Hello creative people, this is Catherine with the Motley Art, and I have two 6x6 layouts for you today. I'm using the Pumpkin Spice collection by Close to My Heart, which is a really cute fall collection. I really am enjoying it, and this is the second video that I'm making with this collection, so I'll put up top here the first video if you'd like to go and see that. So the first thing that I decided to do was to go ahead and mat my pictures, and these are pictures of some pumpkins and gourds and the pumpkin patch display at a local nursery that I went to this year for, some pumpkin fun. And I just thought these pictures came out really pretty, so I'm gonna actually put all three pictures onto these two layouts, and I really love the way that they came out. So the matte layer that I'm using is actually 3x4, and so my pictures are just a little bit smaller than 3x4, about an eighth smaller. The next element that I'm going to work on is some pumpkins that I cut out of nectarine cardstock, and I'm just adding a little bit of definition here to the pumpkins. I wanted them to be very solid, and I really didn't want a whole lot of detail on them, so this is actually a thin cut that comes with a stamp. So there is a stamp, but it doesn't do the outline, it does like the whole, and I didn't want that. I wanted more of the nectarine color, so that's why I kind of did it this way, and I just think it gives it a cute little stylization to the pumpkins. And then now I'm gluing down some strips, so I've got a 3-inch strip and a 2-inch strip that I'm putting together. I love this polka dot paper. I think it's really cute. I love that it has all the colors in it of the collection. And then I'm going to also bring in some gold foil stickers that I made with Cricut. I just cut them into strips so that I could use them in this way. And I just love, it gives a nice metallic extra shine to the layout, but it's not too much metal. So I'm going to do that on both sides, and I think this comes out really pretty. Only I should have double checked to make sure that my strips were level, however you want to say that, I don't know, that they matched on the ends, because it's so often that, maybe when you're cutting, you're trimming, you're off just a little bit. I should have done that before I put on the gold strips, but I make it work. And now I'm going to move on to the second one. And this time I did remember to cut off any little extra stray bits before I started putting on the gold piece. And so there are the both of them done. And so one is going to go on each side. So I love this background paper. I think it's just so pretty, beautiful fall, all the pumpkins and the leaves. It just really makes you think of the season. So I'm putting this down horizontally on this layout, and then on the right side I'm putting it vertically, and this is going to really help with the positions of the pictures so that you actually get to see some of this paper on both sides. I'm just putting the one picture here on the left and then the other two pictures on the right, and as you can see, if you have that one horizontal on the right, you're just not going to see very much of it. But by having it vertical, I get to see a whole lot more of it behind the pictures. And I really liked that. And I wanted you to be able to see those polka dots because they are really cute. I like that they're like irregular. They're not perfect. And I just think it brings a nice whimsical value to this layout. So I did put the first picture down flat, but then I decided I wanted to pop up this other picture, and I'm going to use a whole bunch of foam dots. Yes, I'm going to go crazy with the foam dots on both sides because I then decide that I want the left side popped up as well, and so I just used a bunch. I like to use a lot of foam dots when I'm doing something like this where I want this to last a good long time. If this was a card, I wouldn't have put as many on there, but because this is going to be in a scrapbook for a good long time and I want it to stay up and I don't want any drooping, I like to put a lot on there. So once I get my pictures down, now I'm going to start with my clusters. And so I'm going to really end up with I'm going to end up with 3 clusters, but 2 fairly large ones and then one kind of small one. And so this first one I'm building up over here. I have this die from a previous stamp card kit that I had gotten, and I just love that heart die. I think it's so cute. I thought it would look really nice here, so I cut that out of just some solid cardstock because I knew I wanted to put it behind the pumpkin word that came out of off my Cricut is where I cut that one from. And I just used the pen that I have there to stick all of that down. Now the pink pumpkins did come from the Boo Crew sticker sheet that I had used previously, but I had a few stickers left, and I just thought it would go so well with the colors in this collection, so I really wanted to use it as well. And I love that. It's one of the things why I like Close to My Heart is because you end up getting a lot of collections that work with each other because they have certain colors that they use a lot. They all work together, and it just makes mixing and matching and getting more value out of your stickers so nice. So I'm trying to put 3 pumpkins up over here, as you can see, but I end up deciding that I'm just going to put the 2 because the third one just wasn't working for me. I didn't like the look of it, and I didn't really want to cut it off there at the top. I thought it would look kind of weird, like just a orange blob. So I just do the 2, but then I had another sticker sheet that I just have a few stickers left on that I'm trying to use up, and these had some acorns on there, and I'm sure you can't see it, but there is some acorns in that background paper. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to pull that out and bring that out, that element out, and because this was a fall collection that these stickers originally came from, they just work really nicely with these colors as well. So even though this one isn't the same manufacturer, I was still able to use it. So I added some of those acorn stickers. There's a couple of little heart stickers that I'm gonna add, and then there was also a few flags that were stickers that were on there that I'm adding as well. And so I'm kind of bringing down a diagonal on this right side, and then on the left side I really just kind of kept everything over there to the far left. And I did have to move around a few stickers because you place something sometimes and you think, oh, this is going to be good, but then it just washes out. So there was a little sticker that had a blue heart and it has some white around it. When I placed it on that polka dot, you could not see it. It just blended completely in. So I had to remove that, and I'm going to place it somewhere else. Oh, yep, right there. So you can definitely see it better up there against the darker background than you could on the white background. And so now I'm going to add a few enamel dots, and I started with putting one for the eye in pumpkin, putting the little dot there. And then I'm going to put a couple on the flags because I just think that looks cute when you do that. When you add an enamel dot, it kind of looks like a brad or something there on the flag, and I just like that element. And so then I'm going to add a few more colors around my clusters, and then I'm going to also bring out some of the gold glitter gems that I have, and I'm going to add those to the clusters as well. I just think it's another way to bring a little bit more shine and bling to your layout, and I love putting those on kind of as a last thought, just to kind of fill out your different clusters. And so I think these worked out really well to really draw your eye across the 2 layouts. They incorporate really well a lot of the different colors with each other, and I have enough touches that all of the colors kind of make sense that they're on these layouts. And so this has just been a fun way to remember, just kind of a fun day going to the nursery, seeing the pumpkins, seeing some flowers, and just enjoying, a fun afternoon. So I'm going to kind of rearrange some of these stickers here a little bit. And man, I was really trying to get that last pumpkin in, but in the end, it didn't work out, and that's fine. So I'm just going to make a few trims, make sure everything looks nice and put together. I thank you so much for watching the full video. I hope you got some inspiration for some of your own layouts. If you aren't subscribed, I would love it if you subscribed. I'm just showing some close-ups here of my 2 layouts at the very end. And in the description box, there's information about this pumpkin spice collection that is still available till the end of October 2021, if you're here in October 2021. I hope that you end up having a very creative day.